Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am Atone. This is Atone Tarot. What it do, Scorpio? We're here to talk about how do your coworkers truly feel about you? Or whoever you get your bag with, for my entrepreneurs out there, right? So I know what they say to your face, but let's tap in and tune in and see what they say when you're not looking. So I will be breaking down your message via the Spirit Tarot, with 10 cards being pulled from that. I'll pull 5 character oracle cards to find out the characteristics of the individuals at your workplace. And I'm going to close you out with the Kipper deck. So without further ado, Scorpio, let's get up into your message. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. All right, so as you can see, I got a new view, got a background behind me, and you guys can see the cards. So trying something different out. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Do you like it, not like it? I'll take it all under advisement as I move forward in my YouTube journey. I hope all is well with my Scorpio collective. But let's get up into it. We are still in your season, I believe. We're at the tail end. Happy birthday season to my Scorpios. I hope you guys enjoyed your birthdays. But let's see what's going on with my Scorpios and how people truly feel about you at work. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Your cards ain't folding like everybody else's, Scorpio. Everybody else was a smooth fold. So I'm very interested to see how these people at work feel about you, Scorpio. Don't feel like rainbows and butterflies, I'll tell you that. But we gonna get up into it. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How do my Scorpio's co-workers truly feel about them? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't do cards that fall on the floor. We all grown up in here, right? So the artwork is a little in your face in this deck, but it is what it is. We grown. So I hope no one is offended by the artwork. I mean, you shouldn't. Tarot is all about, I say 30% of it is nakedness. No matter what deck you use, it's going to be some nakedness involved. All right, Scorpio, let's get up into your message. So you received the 9 of Swords, the Hermit, the 3 of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Wands, the Fool, the Lovers, the 7 of Coins, the Queen of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the 10 of Coins. So I'm talking to a Scorpio collective who operates with they work or co-workers almost like family. Like, you have been with this group of individuals for a while, and there's been some fighting, and some making up and some workplace drama that has healed and gotten better, but it's like a roller coaster of up and down, for my Scorpios as it relates to their coworkers. You have some good and bad moments with these people. It's like one minute you guys love each other and the next minute you really don't. So there's a love hate type of energy going on, for my Scorpios spread, right? So with this Nine of Swords being here, you got some people at work that are really stressing you out, like getting on your nerves, and you just want to be left alone, Scorpio, to do your own thing. And maybe you are what do they call it? An individual contributor, like where you just get into your own zone, you put your headphones in, you do your job, and that is all you do. And maybe that is what you're craving, but that's not what you have. You are craving hermit status, where you can be by yourself to do your job and to be left alone. But a lot of people are calling you, asking you questions. They need you. Teamwork is making the dream work. That slogan is coming through, but I'm getting annoyance by hearing that. Like, I'm talking to a Scorpio collective who like, I don't want to hear all that teamwork, make the dream work stuff. I want to go over into my corner, put my headphones in, do my 8 and skate. Like, I don't want to be bothered. But unfortunately, Scorpio, you have been a part of this unit for so long, and you have a certain amount of expertise and knowledge and wisdom that you just can't be left alone. You're needed. You're needed, and you understand that. You know it. You know it to be true, Scorpio. And you might even be looking at how you show up in your career very differently from how you have in the past, right? So at one point in time, you might have loved being the go-to person, right? And now not so much. Now being the go-to person with all the answers and wisdom and skill is stressing you out. And you are wanting to teach yourself better delegation skills. That's what I'm picking up on. Even if you're not someone who delegates tasks, like you're not a supervisor, that's not your role, you may be thinking about how you can rearrange gaining resources, whether it be AI, and you getting assistance that way, or tapping into peers that can assist you. But you are wanting to reshape and change how you showed up at work. At one point, you might have been the one who was the employee of the month. You had that energy and that hunger inside of you, but it's not there as much as it once was, right? So, and something might have happened where you were aspiring to obtain a certain title. You might have been doing something to try to chase a promotion that wasn't given to you. And because you didn't receive the promotion, or you weren't awarded the additional monies or whatever you were seeking, you're over it. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go find me a job elsewhere where they can appreciate me, and treat me like I deserve to be treated. But that's a very small few of you, because I'm really picking up on a loyalty to a company or a team or an organization with this 10 of coins that my Scorpio collective has. Like, you guys are dug in. You know what I mean? You're ready to just say, I'll reset with the team that I have before I leave. So there's a level of commitment here that I'm picking up on. Either you have dedicated a large amount of your energy, time, efforts, Scorpio, to a particular group of individuals as it relates to your career, and you're considering starting over and resetting and going into a completely different industry altogether, or you're thinking about resetting inside that team and really working through some challenges that you guys are having so that you can move forward with some momentum. I'm really more so picking up on the reset inside the team. Like, I'm hearing you rather deal with the devil you do know, right? This doesn't feel like, you know what, I'm leaving, I'm going somewhere else. Yes, these people stress me out, but I'm gonna just go off to take a vacation, recharge my batteries, and I'm gonna be back in the saddle ready to do my damn thing, and get some things popping. And you will, like, you might just need some time alone, a vacation, some time off away from work. With this Nine of Swords being here to this, the Hermit is also number 9. So you got 2 nines here, right? And we are in the year of 9, with it being 2025. So I'm really picking up on a Scorpio collective who is at the crossroads of changing how they think, move, behave, and act inside their current industry to make some changes, possibly to ensure that they are implementing the right amount of work-life balance. They're taking their vacation days. They're assisting people at the level that they should, not more than they should, and really pulling back to some degree and pouring in some self-love, as it relates to their career. So this message was more for the Scorpio and how they showed up in relation to their coworkers, even though the topic was about how do your coworkers see you, right? Because I don't see any problems out of your coworkers. It's not hate issue. This is just real, true friends and family. You know how you have the drama that goes on. It's normal. You go through some stuff, you don't speak, and then, the work or whatever brings you back together again. And it's rinse and repeat year after year. And you now spent 10 years at this company doing this, right? Where you've created a legacy and a reputation, and you're not just ready to walk away from all that you built in the time that you've spent being there. You're like, no. I'm going to just go take me a little vacation, take some time off, and I'm going to be back up in here hungrier than ever before on my fool's journey, with this fool being here. Okay, Scorpio. And when you hear fool's journey, don't take that as a negative thing. The fool's journey is the very beginning of the tarot, right? It is where the tarot starts, is with the fool's journey. And that journey is a unfolding of a few things and an acquiring of even more. So it's not a negative thing when I say the fool's journey. All right, let's take a look at some of the characteristics of my Scorpio's coworkers, or those who they get their bag with, those who you get your money with, Scorpio. For my entrepreneurs who are not clocking a regular 9 to 5. Not to say there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5. Get your money how you get it. Some of you might be doing both. And you might, this message may resonate to your entrepreneurial side versus the people that you work with, or vice versa. But let's see what characteristics are going on around my Scorpio, or floating around my Scorpios as it relates to work. One more card, please. Okay, so you receive challenger, butcher, waiter, lost soul, and musician. So some of you may be operating in the music industry. But it's interesting because with challenger and butcher being here, you got somebody who really might be pushing your buttons, Scorpio, and really challenging everything that comes out of your mouth, and it's caused you to be a little ruthless, like cutthroat, and you don't like that side of you coming up and out, right? You notice it, and it's causing this type of energy, this lost soul. You're a little confused, like, wait a minute now. Why am I having to bring this side of me up and out, right? And your initial response to the person or people who challenged you was maybe to isolate, right? With that hermit being there. And then you realize that wasn't even enough. They were coming to seek you out despite you trying to play the background, right? Scorpio, you might have felt like, you know what, I'm going to just be quiet. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm not going to say too much. And even doing that, they still were able to bring this type of character up out of you, where you become ruthless and cruel to the people that you work with, right? Remember I talked about that drama. It was some work drama going on. It has happened in the past. It comes back up and it goes away. It's one of them things where you spend 10 years working with people. They might have 2 or 3 offenses against you, and vice versa, where somebody said something or did something at work that caused an issue. But yeah, it might be the music industry or the restaurant industry that I'm speaking to, as far as the collective of Scorpios for this message. But it could be any industry. But I just called that out because waiter and musician did pop out. But let's take a look at the closing message from Kipper for my Scorpio collective as it relates to how your coworkers truly feel about you. How they really feel. I know what they say to your face. And some of them might not even be hiding it. They might just be coming right out with it, which is causing you to say, well, shoot, if you want to be that indignant, dismissive, and blatantly disrespectful, I'm here for it. I'm here for the smoke. You ain't said nothing but a word. I'm going to match that energy. And in doing so, my Scorpios found themselves maybe in a shouting match and were brought up out of their character by someone at work, and you needed to take some time off, or somebody asked you to take some time off because they like, look, that's not even normal for a Scorpio to get that hot under the collar. So they need some time off because stuff is getting thick and tight. But let's see what your closing message is from the Kipper for my Scorpio collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more card, please, Spirit. All right, so you might have somebody crushing on you at work too, Scorpio, with lovers and marriage here. Just a storyline for some of you, not all, but we are talking about work, right? And with these cards coming up, I'm going to start with the lovers and the married card. This is not romantic. When these came out, this told me that my Scorpio collective used to love what they did. They love coming to work. They love who they worked with. They were married to their roles, to their responsibility, to the people. They were committed in it all the way, 10 toes down, feet planted to the floor, right? But as they have matured throughout this role and the time, mind you, remember I said I'm speaking to a Scorpio collective who has been in this industry and or team for a while, right? This is a mature woman who gained some wisdom in their time being in this industry and or team. A change of pace might be needed. Again, this change is a relocation in the Kipper, like changing address. So some of you may have to relocate for work, but this to me is a vacation. There's, you know, they say health is wealth. Your mental and emotional health is, it will make you wealthy too, Scorpio. And you need to change your physical location for a while so that you can regain this love and commitment to your job, to your industry, because it's faded to some degree. And like I said, with that Nine of Swords and that Hermit coming out, people have been driving you crazy at work, stressing you and getting up under your skin in a way that nobody could rattle you in the past. You are looking back like, how I let these people get to me like that? I don't usually let nobody see me sweat like that. But they got me out here in choppy waters and I don't like it. So this message is saying, like, you need to change your physical location for a while. Take a vacation. Go somewhere. Don't just take a vacation and still be logging into work and taking a look at what's going on, even though you're not at work. Right? So I might be speaking to a collective of Scorpios who are a bit of workaholics. And you really need to learn work-life balance. You really need to learn more about the aesthetic of your personal relationships and pouring into those things and taking your family even on a much needed vacation, Scorpio. Get them out. That will be wealthy. That'll be money in the bank. So not that you're going to hit the jackpot. I know this is sudden wealth here, and that would be great if that happens and you don't never have to go to your job again. Don't we all wish that we hit the lottery and can just move away and, you know what I mean, something like that? But that's the probability of that is low, right? So I'm going to tell you what's actually being said here. There is wealth. There is benefit in stepping away and pouring into those relationships that are more personal as opposed to professional. And you probably have, if not already done so, matured to a certain place that you recognize this. And either you're doing it now or you're on your way to doing this. Meaning spending more time with children, spouses, and things like that, and even yourself as it relates to your career, and not going 150% at your career and dividing your time up equally. Again, I know this message was about how your coworkers see you. They might see you as a workaholic. You know what I mean? They might see you as someone who is wound too tight and needs a break based off of the cards that you received in your spread, Scorpio. So that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.